Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Alana Greene. Welcome back. You're all probably mostly people that already watch me, so I feel weird like saying welcome to my channel, like welcome, you know what I mean? But here we are. Listen, I'm gonna film a quick video because I'm in my kitchen just like doing some stuff, and I want to tell you guys, what am I doing? I want to tell you guys, the lighting in here is awful. This probably isn't the best filming it. We're gonna go with it. We're rolling with it. You know what? So here we are. You're not going there. We're not putting you there. So here's the thing. I worked last night, and I actually worked. There we go. It's not too bad. I worked the last 2 nights. So last night and the night before, and it's a facility that I haven't been at in a while, so I don't usually go to this facility. The rate is a little bit lower than other facilities, so I usually won't go because it's also like really busy. Not unmanageably busy, but like I run my ass off at this facility, right? But the price that I pay for that, like, so the good thing about it is that the facility is like really clean, and I really like the staff. Like, the staff is super helpful. This bun is hurting my hair. I was gonna get a shower, so I put like a bun in, and like if I have like a fat bun in the back of my hair, it like pulls my hair back and it hurts. I got my hair done. What do we think? I love it. It's like exactly what I wanted, just like lived in. I love it. And my hair looks so healthy. So guys, I got had, and I know that it happened, and I don't even know, like, part of me is like, you shouldn't even talk about this, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm going to, because I know that it happened, and I really feel like passing off this information is going to be valuable to any other new nurses out there. I've been a nurse for under a year, or not under a year, a little over a year, and in that amount of time, I have learned so much. Oh my gosh. So there are things that you learn all the time. Like, you're always learning as a nurse, or at least you want to always be learning as a nurse. Like, you, if you're not learning, then you're probably you're not a good nurse. So anyway, when we do shift report, we count narcotics. Okay. So you open a drawer, you pass off keys, and you count the narcotics that are in the drawer. The nurses, you both sign off on it, and then the nurse leaves, right? Well, the nurse that I had got report from, I'd never seen her before in my life. I knew she was an agency nurse, and this was at 11 p.m., not last night, the night before. And so I'm like, we're trying to get through this count, and there were a lot of narcotics in this drawer. So this drawer specifically had 33 narcotics in the drawer. Specifically that we, you know what I mean? So 33 different narcotics that we had to count, and some of them were on 2 different cards. So like when she would come to a sheet and give me 24, a number of 24, whatever it was, I would have to look at like 2 different cards, and they weren't like organized. So like I was like, okay, you know what I mean? So I had to like find which 2 cards, add them up, make sure that the number was correct. And it was like, we were taking forever to get through this count, and she was like acting some type of way. And at the time, okay, I just thought she was being tired. I was like, oh, like she just worked 3 to 11, like she's tired, whatever. So I'm not paying much mind to it, and we're like moving through the count. But like I'm standing there and I'm like, why is it taking her so long to like give me the number? And why is it taking her so long to like figure out what's going on? Like sometimes in the morning I get really tired when we're doing the count, right? And I'm like, kind of like squinting, and I can't really see what the number is, and I'm like having a hard time, and the person who's relieving me is like basically like guiding me through it. But this was kind of like that, and that's kind of what I thought she was doing, right? So I thought, oh, like girl's just tired, no big deal. Well, the count ended up being right, no big deal, and she ended up leaving. Well, the next morning, I'm doing count. So my shift went pretty fine, to be honest. Like, there was nothing noteworthy about it. Like, yeah, I had a lot of people, and I had to literally start my morning med pass at like 3:34 because there was so much to do. So I'm literally running around like a crazy person. So the next girl gets there in the morning and we're doing count, and we get to a cart of oxycodone, and I say 30 and she goes, no, there's 29. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that. We'll come back to that one in a second. So we finish the count, the rest is fine. And we go back to that cart, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, not to be a dick, but like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I was like, because I know I did not give one. I did not give an oxycodone to anybody. And the count was right when I passed off with girl when we did it last night. I was like, so what do you want to do about it? You know what I mean? Thank God she ended up being cool about it, and we just ended up wasting it. So what we had to do is we just wrote in that we had wasted one, okay? I don't know where that pill went. I didn't give it. The count was right when I passed off with girl. What I think happened is that like she was acting weird with the count because she was trying to remember which sheet she needed. So here's the thing. When we're doing that count, she's looking at a book and she's telling me how many should be on the card, and I'm looking at the card. It's very difficult to keep looking at the book, and most of the times you have trust between nurses, and nobody's really going to try to do that to you for the most part. Like, it's ballsy to lie to you and tell you that the card has the amount that you're looking for, but really it doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying? See, my mind doesn't work like that, so it's kind of like, it's hard for me to understand. I have to stop and I have to be like the math meme lady, you know what I mean? Like, with all the math everywhere, like that is me in that moment. I just like, my mind don't work that way. So I'm like, oh my God, I think maybe she shysted a pill out of there and then was trying to remember which one. And if it wasn't that, like maybe she forgot to sign it out, but still the nurse and I ended up looking to see if it had been on her shift, and it wasn't given on her shift for her to even like forget to sign it out. So I'm like, okay, she was acting some type of way because she was feeling shifty, right? Like maybe she was feeling shifty and she didn't want me to look over at that. Well, like, I don't know what happened, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you ever get a sense that somebody's being weird, like take the book and look at it. Like take the book and look at it and double check yourself, like real quick, right when they leave. Like right when they leave, do it right then and there before you do anything at all. Like when there's still people around, like recount and double check yourself if you get any type of shifty energy, because I'm 99% sure, unless it just happened to, like, what did it do? You know what I mean? Like what did it do? Fall out? Like, no. So we ended up writing in that one was wasted, which thank God she was cool enough to do that with me. Do you get what I'm saying? And then the morning nurse also that I was talking to told me that like these types of things go on a lot, and that nurses try to do stuff like this all the time, people. And if you are a nurse, you already know, like it would be so easy. I hate to even say this. I really do. Because I don't even want to like condone anybody, but like it would be really easy to just to do things that you're not supposed to. And it was just really weird. So, you know, if you're like me, where you kind of tend to just like trust people and like give people the benefit of the doubt and like just be a trusting person, unfortunately, like if like you just can't be like that all the time. Hi Lola, I hear Lola. There's a Lola peeking around the corner. I'm getting ready to clean my dishes and my so I'm like mess. So also with the syringes, I don't know if you guys are like, when you are giving people morphine, sometimes it's in a bottle, sometimes it's in syringes, and sometimes like Ativan or lorazepam can be in syringes, and you'll count them as a narcotic when you're switching off shift. And another nurse told me that I never even thought to do this, that you want to like roll them in your hand to look at the lines to make sure that there is that there's the actual amount in the syringes. So don't just count the syringes real fast. Like Like, look at the lines and make sure that there's the amount that's supposed to be in there. She told me a story where a nurse that she actually knew counted a bunch of Ativan gel syringes, and then later in the shift realized that they were all low. Like, they had all been pushed out just a little tiny bit. And it ended up coming back on her. She was laid off from her job. She was like investigated about it. And there was like this whole thing about it. So it's really serious. And so I'm glad that I kind of learned that lesson early, because I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let anything come between me and my nursing license, like nothing at all. So I was kind of like appalled that it happened. And I was like, I kind of want to tell my YouTube people about this, because I'm like, well, maybe that can help someone else out. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that kind of happened. And then now I know to be a little bit more. Now I think that's why she was acting some type of way. And now I kind of feel dumb. I'm like, okay, girl got me. Like, now I feel dumb. But you live and you learn, right? But yeah, you know, the first facility that I worked at, or not the first facility, like the second facility, but I guess like this facility was more or less like a bigger facility. So this place, the stuff that went on there, like, I couldn't believe it. Like, people would just mark the narcotic book themselves. Like, they would mark in signatures. People were taking meds, wasting meds. Like, if you looked at this narcotic book, you would be like, what is this? Like, what even is this? We had nurses that would come in there. I'm not even kidding. Nurses that would come in for an 11 to 7 shift. They would clock in at 11. They would come up, they might do their 11 o'clock med if they had one, or like a 12 o'clock med if they have one. Because a lot of times that's like what the protocol is when you work night shift. You go in and you'll see like what the night meds are, and a lot of times they're giving it like 12. So you'll give your 12 o'clock meds. You may have a 1 o'clock, maybe a 4 o'clock. But mostly nothing begins until 4 to 5 a.m. when you start your morning. She would literally disappear. Nobody knew where she was. She would disappear, gone off the face of the planet, and then she would roll back in like around 4:35, like just in time to start her morning. I could not believe that she had the balls to do this. And not only that, but she was, Lord forgive me for sounding judgmental, but like all you had to do was look at this girl and you would know. I liked her. She was nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't have anything against her personality. I liked her, but she was clearly an addict. Clearly an addict. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? And she would just be like tweaking out at work, like, and disappear and sleep. And like, I'm like, what the, like, no one notices this shit? Like, are you serious? But anyway, so I just wanted to pass off that information to any new nurses out there. Listen, if you get a weird vibe on somebody, recount your narcotics. That's all I got to say. And, you know, the next video, I have another video I'm about to make because something did happen last night that I want to talk about. But I was like, what do I want to talk about first? And I knew this would be short. So I just wanted to like pop in as an early week video and just say hey and spread some good vibes your way and just tell a little story. But I also just wanted to say that, like, I hope you have a really good week. Today is, what is today? Look, I don't even freaking know. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. Today is Tuesday. And you're going to have a great week. I'm going to have a great week. Listen, when you work midnight shifts, you're always like just literally holding on by a little tiny shred to get by. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of get used to it. You're kind of like, I kind of seem like I'm insane and like I'm on drugs, but I'm just literally so tired. like I worked the last 2 nights and I definitely did not. Not last night, but the night before, I picked up the shift. So it was an urgent shift that I picked up. Oh boy, those are the best ones. But I picked up an urgent last minute shift and it was like 9:03. and I saw it, and I had to be out the house by 10. So like I knew that like I was gonna be dying, and like that I was not gonna get any sleep that night. So then last night, I didn't get enough sleep either. So when you work midnights, you have to like choose. You have to choose between either living a little bit of your life and having somewhat of a day, or you just don't have any day at all and you just sleep it away, and then you feel so depressed. And I can't handle that. So I'd rather just be really tired and just kind of like on the brink of insanity. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to film a video here soon about having thick skin, because listen, girl, if you don't have thick skin as a nurse, if you're not kind of a bitch and willing to stand up for yourself, you will get ran on, absolutely dumped upon in this industry, because people are ruthless and people are mean. Not even just the residents. I think I just spit. If you saw it, it's fine. But like, not just the residents, the workers, the women above you. I can't wait to tell you what somebody tried to do to me last night. It's like, anyway, so I'll see you guys in a couple days. I hope you have a great start to your week. Drink water, get out there, move your body, get a gym membership, start going to the gym, start walking outside. If you're not a gym person, just move your body, like move it in your house. You don't even have to get a gym membership, but just like move around, you know what I mean? And drink water and praise Jesus and just, you know what I mean, go out there and keep killing it. So I just wanted to spread some vibes your way. I love y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love.